Hey, Bri, doesn't it suck that the boss is always over our shoulder when we're trying to talk?
Jay, he should be entertained by us. Let's get out of here and finish this conversation.
All right, as long as it's not work-related.
Jay!
B.
How's it going?
I want to see if you can get this right this time. I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm good. I want to welcome everyone to the Work-Related Podcast.
We are back, people. We are related by work on Twitter. I mean, I've said it before.
X, come on, Jay.
What a fucking joke.
Come on, 176 episodes. You can't get it correct.
It wasn't always that way.
I know it changed like probably halfway through, I want to say.
Yeah, and again, why you want to start this. I bet you over half the people, 80% of the people don't call it X. I don't even know if that fucking racist cunt Elon Musk calls it fucking X even.
We were just praising Elon Musk like 30 episodes ago.
Yeah, I know,
okay?
and I didn't know what I know now. Like, whatever. I wouldn't want to do that. I don't even fucking praise his fucking... I don't know. I don't want to talk about that right now. We can get to that. That's fine or whatever, right? Like, again, this is not a good way to... start our sobriety. This is what's wrong with being sober, right? Like you fucking end up these like it takes the fun out of things.
Yeah, I agree.
Obviously, you can have fun being sober.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that.
You haven't had big fun lately?
You can have fun, but you do. Alcohol does, and does add a little je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. That's hilarious. That's your French, eh? Is that the limit of your French in this French house?
Oui.
All right, easy boy, easy. Yeah. So how is your sobriety going?
Good, actually, a lot easier than I thought, to be honest.
So when did it start? Like you had to go back to work.
This is going to be my second weekend.
This is your second weekend, right?
Yeah.
And so it's the weekends that really count for you because the weeks are always been good. And so we're not even talking about exercise. You've been on a good diet and exercise thing.
Yeah.
And so you, I think you were telling us last time we were here, that you were almost getting tired of sticking in the poison in your body. Like you were eating so much shit. You were eating like fast foods over the Christmas holiday.
It was terrible.
You had 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
So before that 2 weeks, you were still good. It was just in that 2 week period.
I was terrible. I gained like 5 pounds.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't it crazy how fast it happens?
Yeah. I did not expect it to be that much.
And you are young and fit and fucking and that still happens to you.
Tell that to my knees.
When you're older, tell that to my knees. When you're older and shit, like whatever. I guess because if you don't have that fucking the metabolism, right? Like just getting fucking slowing down, it just it gets on you faster and it's harder to get off.
Yep.
And that's why I disgusted myself for even letting it happen like that. It's easier. Whatever. This is like what I'm saying. That's the problem with sobriety. I think or why I like not being so. It's just I can fucking run away from my problems.
Yeah.
It's two that you can fucking make things more fun. Like if people have a problem, if our listeners have a problem with this episode, or if they really love it, it's going to be because this is the first time I can remember not even having a shot.
Yeah.
Right? Like
crazy.
I didn't bring a beer. I'm accidentally not drinking today because it was so fucking snowy and cold and I just couldn't wait to get home last night.
You're just being supportive.
And I knew, yeah, right. And I knew I'm not being supportive. I'm not even going to try to go down that lane. If this was reversed, you would be like, oh, I'm supportive, blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely.
You're such a fucking troll.
Yeah.
I don't care. I do it. I wouldn't have made him out of shot. I might have just, I'm not going to do a shot in front of him, but I love sitting here chatting and having a beer. That's fucking how I was raised.
I agree.
And so, but that's just it. Like, I don't need to. Like, again, like just, I don't know what the slippery slope of me having a drink and shot here on like early afternoon before the rest of my day Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes me more reluctant to do my obligations after the show. I don't know if I'm going to be more keen to do the things I got to do after the show like today, or even be like in a better, it's not like I'm knocked out. You know what I mean? Just be in a better state of mind.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like business-like. I'm still in business mode.
Well, that's the one thing I've already noticed is that the mornings are just way better when you haven't drank.
I don't know if that is obviously true. I don't know if that speaks to more of how hard you go at it.
Well, yeah, when I was talking to work, I was talking to Caleb and stuff at work last night, and they were talking about if I'm drinking this weekend. I say, no, I don't drink. They're like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm holding off a couple of months. And then they were asking me how much I used to drink, and I was telling them, and they were like, whoa, like you used to. I'm just like, but in my mind, I don't think it's that much, right? You know what I mean? But
I think you know it's a lot.
I know it's a lot, but I didn't think it was like when I think about people who drink, I didn't think I was drinking that much.
Find that hard to believe. Like, I don't know why you would say that. I think you know that you're proud that you could, like, you know what I mean? You're not...
That I can handle my liquor, but like, when you say like certain people that are at work,
yeah,
I didn't think of myself as that.
Brian, I don't know why you're going down this road. Again, it's not a humble
gosh.
brag or nothing. When we have the Christmas parties and you see people that get her fucking like a little loopy after 3 shots, which I'm telling you, that's what people get.
That's normal?
Yeah, because when you say
God
these,
damn.
but you say, you know, I hear you say that in a tone like these people. You know what I mean? Like these normals. Like, you know what I mean? You know you're above normal
But
when it comes to alcohol consumption.
I just thought that's lightweight, and I'm just not lightweight. You know what I mean? Like a light drinker, you know, like...
You're a drinker like you're a fucking researcher. You know you do it more than other people. I know. I'd be very surprised if I sound like I'm calling you a liar. I think you might be unconscious of it. But when you think of yourself and what you do, you hardly ever half-ass it. And you're you are kind of proud that you're a good researcher.
Yeah, for
you're
sure.
You're proud of your knowledge of tech. You're about to fucking start a consulting firm, the AI.
Yeah,
you're
sure.
AI consulting, Artless Intelligence.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I told you that weeks ago, right?
That.
Like, so you have these fucking
that.
things. I try to bring up F1, and maybe you're not conscious of it. You can always one up me in an F1 conversation. I say, "Oh, have you seen this tabletop app? Pfft, they've had that for years. Have you seen this? Oh, pfft,
But I'm just a nerd.
Everything. You go, yeah, and you're a nerd for drinking.
Oh God, I really have to cut back.
Why?
Because that's
No. But that's okay. Well, that's why your mornings are suck.
I see what you're saying. That's why my mornings suck, because
you go hard.
Yes.
You
yes,
go
I
hard.
see
You
what you're
fucking make
saying.
your fucking wife have a shot when she doesn't want it. Like you don't know. You love the fact that you can drink more than other people.
I do.
And that's what. So I'm not saying like that's why your mornings suck. You can't. And it's why your drinking. That's your drinking problem.
God.
That's why. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is, like fucking when Brenton wants to quit smoking or something, like shout out Brenton. Like it's way easier for you to fucking look at that. And go, well, why would that be a problem? Because you quit smoking. You know, you don't understand where he's coming from, why he wants to smoke, what it does for him. It's not just a fucking thing. And then maybe it's just like a habit forming thing. Like say, I'm trying right now to get better. Like sobriety isn't for me for fucking my mental state. It's like my physical state.
Yeah.
Because of the slippery slope. Like I can't talk you into having a shot on a Friday. It's, because it's a slippery slope. Like I get it. Like I don't want to touch any fucking anything bad. Like I'm trying to do my own like version of it, and I'm using other excuses to not dive full in there. But it's not because it's I just want to get better at it. You know what I mean? Like I don't see it. And so you're drinking. Like I said, that's why your mornings suck. Like it's more of how hard you go. And but that's fine. But that's you. You're not going to come back any slower. Like you're saying, like I'm like an all-in type of person. I'm going to just, you know what I mean? Like you're not going to bother with just having a drink here, even though it's nice there, because you know that's just going to lead to the whole bottle being done.
Yep.
I don't know anybody else that drinks, like I said, as much as you did.
God damn.
Yeah, but I don't know then. Like, but I don't talk to them about it. Like I know Sammy's not a beer drinker, and I know he goes up north and he's fucking got big bottles of gin and fucking whatever. I go out with Rick, he's drinking like fuck. Oh, that's what they drink. Like I don't pay that much attention. I just pay attention to yours because I get to fucking join in on the time. It's fun. You introduced it to me.
That's true.
I don't think it's fucking bad. I am the overconsumption. Like you know what I mean. I try to do, but. I said, same with you, the results of doing it are harder and harder to ignore.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how I like want to get into it or whatever. But it's cool. Like it's like I said, I usually have to do shit after like running around stuff after the show. And I always tend to put it like, I gotta go fucking do this. And it's still that.
Is that so? Are you saying is that in part of us taking shots and drinking beers?
Yeah, because you're right. That's I'm wondering. I'm wondering if I'm going to be more accepting to be out and about, and then starting my drinking when I get back home tonight.
Do you have the same amount of chores to do today? It's like you have like the same type of
I
thing
have a couple more to do today than others, right? Like I have a few. Yeah, there's a couple other like stops on the docket than I normally would have. But it's just basically the same Friday I would normally have.
Yeah,
there's just a couple other things that wouldn't be in there that like I said would be a random Friday. So just for say like 2 hours of running around after leaving here. So normally something you would think. Well, I would categorize this as like the best kind of Friday is I wake up, fucking go get myself a coffee and a breakfast sandwich, smoke a joint before I come here, and fucking come here, have 2 shots before the show, have 2 beers, and have my wife drive me so I can have 2 beers, maybe 3, and have another shot, right? Because my weekend started. And then I'll come on here. Sometimes I hear maybe that might lead to sometimes not liking how I sound on the air. You know what I mean? Or whatever. I'm not saying you have to drunk me, but it's hard to get right now, even sober, to get my thoughts out in the clearest way that I wanted to. And so, but not thinking of the people listening. Sorry, people, just thinking of myself and in the conversation we're having. It's a conversation floor. It's, you know what I mean? Like social lubricant. And then I leave here thinking, oh, what, I got the whole world in my hand, and my wife is even driving, and sure, I can go, you know what I mean, be out with society, but maybe I'm just jonesing to be back at home, starting, like, keeping this going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, because now the party's a little bit started, right? So now I got, man, now the party's on a lull for a little bit. Not party, you know what I mean? Like, the relaxation is... like
you're not necessarily having fun doing chores.
No, so there's no fun there. So we're having fun, and then you got to fucking make it as fun as it can be, right? Whatever. Yeah. It's not, like I said, the worst in the world. And then just waiting to get back home to fucking start it up again. Go home, get everything done again. You have the groceries put away, fucking this, that. All right, sit in the chair, light up another joint, put up some TV, and crack open a beer. And so now I'll be like, since it hasn't started, I might not be missing it as much when I get in the car. Right, like now I drove, right, whatever, it didn't matter, even Tammy picked me up or not, or whatever. So to talk about how today is, I drove, I'll meet her back at home, we got the groceries being delivered, we're fucking putting, like, people don't need to know everything. So when I go out and do everything, I might be like, oh man, we still got all this to do, but I won't be in that already started program.
Yeah, the party's already
right, like
now.
You're waiting for whatever it is, you're waiting for that drink, but you're gonna wait. You know, right now you're waiting till fucking the July race and fucking for F1, whatever it is, right? And you're gonna be, that's what I'm gonna fucking do. Jay's in Silverstone. I'm gonna watch that race. Yes. I'm gonna have a drink.
Maybe that's when I'll have a drink.
And so, good luck to you waiting that long. But so that's fine. So you're gonna need that in your head. You're gonna need that. In, like, I'm not gonna bring a beer next week, so you don't look at it because you already do that to yourself all the time. Yeah. You don't want. We've talked about this on your other journeys of this. You say you don't want. When I've said, well, I can't bring a beer over, you were very very upset about it because you didn't want your decisions to influence me.
Yeah.
You also didn't want to think that I thought you were so weak that you would be fucking forgetting what we're talking about.
Yeah,
drooling on the
weak
beer,
bitch.
Yeah. See, so you have this this mentality that you can't, and so I'm fine. I'm lead into that. I didn't want to be like kind of that. I'm putting myself in your shoes. If I had to watch you eat a fucking bag of chips while I was trying to diet, and you're just like, yeah, you can do it. You know, like I'd be like, God damn, I would fold like a fucking cheap suit or a rented chair or whatever the fuck you're supposed to say. And so that I would like, that's how I would do it. So that's how we look at sobriety, like different like that. Yeah. Right? Like I don't look at that as like taking me out of this focus thing or whatever. Like I'm not, but I might miss how focused or, like I said, how willing, like doing other things, not having that buzz, leaving this place. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious. I'm sure I'm going to hate it as much as I normally do.
Maybe you'll love it.
No, sobriety. So I don't like being clear. The clearer I get on things sometimes, like the less I enjoy it.
Yeah, sobriety is not the best choice for me, to be honest, as well. But sometimes I got to do it. Well,
yeah, you have to do it. Like it's almost like I'm going to have like a butchering transition here. It's like it's like getting hit with fucking cold wind or snow, like the weather. Like you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Right. Like I can't go on forever. I'm just going to be fat. Like I got to live with how I want to treat alcohol and bad food and whatever for my body. And so there's this relationship with it. Like. It's another just a sucky thing. Like the weather's been shit this whole week here.
Oh man,
so much fucking snow.
Oh man,
so much fucking cold, wet. Like cold. You just went out and bought yourself a fucking heated jacket for fuck's sakes.
Exactly.
Must be cold standing by your desk, fucking at
all
work.
The time. That draft when they open the door and I tell them to get stuff. No.
So have you been jonesing for a heated jacket? Like I've never even heard of anybody that had a heated jacket.
Oh yeah, I've been looking for months, but it's just that like. I had to wait for the cold weather to justify it, mostly in my head, and then it just all made sense when all that snow was coming because I'm outside a lot. Like,
no, I get it. No, it's a good. Yeah, I get it.
I told you at work. I said I don't let the guys go outside. If they need something, I just go get it, or I'll just go like all that kind of stuff. I just go get it for them. They can stay in their warm, cozy shops.
Are you? Is that because you're not? They're not allowed to go out?
No, but it's just that they already waste so much time talking that I don't need them walking.
Okay.
I'll cut the material for them. Yeah. Like if I would just to keep their flow of work going. That's really it.
You're like a nighttime Danny.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Which is why I like Danny.
Yeah, of course. You realize how hard the fucking job actually is.
Well, I've tried to poach him and say, you wouldn't be treated like this if you came on that.
You do that to everyone. Oh, I thought I was special, man. No, wait a second.
You are, but you guys are different ends of the shop. Different ends of the shop.
Fuck, that's fucking funny. No, it's funny that you would wait to get your jacket because, like I said, you're a fucking master researcher. You fucking do that. You knew it was going to be cold.
Yeah.
Before March. You know what I mean? Like, you knew we were in for another few weeks of this, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like, it might be hitting us harder than it did last year or whatever you want to say, but the fact that you waited, like, that's un-Brian-like to me.
Yeah, but I have to justify myself sometimes. That's the only thing.
Yourself or your wife?
I gotta justify myself. Oh, she's not listening.
Yeah, she's not listening.
Like, there's a lot of
The
justification.
family dynamic,
Yes.
the budget, the family budget.
I can't just.
Is it all the money? Is it just the money?
Yeah, mostly.
Or just not spoiling yourself when you just don't want to buy something when you think of buying it for yourself?
No, it's not that. Because she's so cheap in like buying anything, I can't just go buy a $300 jacket and say, "Hey, look what I got." She'd lose her mind.
I agree, like on most things. Like, and I'm not like the funny thing about this though. Like I said, I love. You have no idea how highly regarded we hold fucking Selena. Like, it's very impressive that
She has to
she
deal
stayed
with
with
me?
you. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. The fact that she knows how cold it is outside. Like,
Yeah.
I know, like, however you guys argue and talk, and it's fucking hilarious. That's like how she could stand up to you is one of the greatest fucking assets that is to watch. Right? It's fun, and so. But you know, like, she knows it's cold out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like telling her it's a $300 jacket is needed is way different than saying you need another laptop or need
Yes.
another this or another
Yes.
that. Usually you're pushing on things like, you know what I mean? Like a Mercedes.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Like, that's your retardedness.
Absolutely.
Like, I said fucking, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we could buy a fucking Mazda fucking 3. No, I want a Mercedes. Or,
Yeah,
you know, like,
exactly.
that's just, like, that's you being like the ultimate fucking, asking for too much at the beginning. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
I don't understand your logic there, but that's you. So there's a difference.
Yeah, but then her response, just like the Mercedes, is, "Well, we can get a cheap car," and her response to the jacket is, "You can get a regular jacket and wear more layers." But I don't want to go to work going like this, like bulky, if everyone can see my shoulders like
Yeah.
a football player. Like, I don't want that.
That's a selling point. You have to work with this jacket.
Yeah.
I know. So that's what. So I'm just surprised. I mean, I'm surprised because it's something that you basically was going to be inevitable.
Yeah, it was
And I
happening.
see the difference between that and another piece of technology.
Yeah.
I see her point. Like, the layering up is what a responsible fucking mom does for the family.
Absolutely.
And if you didn't
Absolutely.
have that, but I think if you had enough time, if you didn't have to worry about like her opinion on it, you were fucking just constantly getting new things, and I think you would get
100%.
sick of it. I would think
100%.
because you're the same as her in a lot of ways, and so you'd be like, I need you to fucking reel me in here.
Yeah.
I need you to tell me that we can't get the Mercedes.
Yeah.
I need you to. But at the jacket is like no. Don't the jacket I really need. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, the difference between the jacket and the Mercedes should have been fucking clear.
Negotiation tactics.
Yeah,
man.
so you're bad. But I do, so the weather's been good. So I do have to, another shout out to my buddy Gunner.
Yeah.
Did I mention how handsome Gunner might be too? You
Is he handsome?
Yeah, fucking
He's a
handsome little
strapping
kid.
young man?
They're a good, cute little couple that my wife has found.
Nice.
So I went to use the snowblower yesterday. Right, like I had, we've had like, so just a horrendous amount of snow.
Oh, yeah.
And I come home from work yesterday. No, was it? Oh no, it was the morning. So the morning, fucking like yesterday, it was one of these things. Like, if I didn't live so close to work, I would not think of going in. And I also have. I don't even know if I've even explained it to the people how paranoid I am at losing my Friday and it's 4 Thursday things or 4 days a week, and so I know it's like whatever. It's not unnoticed, but it's never been as bad as I think it might be. But I've always kind of kept it on check. And when they're doing this, when they make their stupid schedule and they put these not these arbitrary fucking point, like when things have to be done, you know what I mean? Like projects have to be finished, and they don't start them on time, or I'm missing the fucking word I'm trying to say there. But their scheduling, their fucking bullshit scheduling gets condensed in their own problem. So I want to try to help them best I can, and so. When I know that I've taken some time off for family reasons, and I know I have these Fridays, I just don't want to be noticed. And so, and I got Monday coming off. So part of me didn't wanted to take this like snow day like everybody else was going to.
Yep.
But I'm looking at it like my bosses are going to look at it and say, wow, he wasn't here Thursday and he's not here Friday. Oh, and he's not here Monday. Like, even though it's all legit, it's not a good look.
Yeah, I hear
and
you.
so I was like, I'm going to come in. So I wake up in the morning and say, fuck. So I bust out the fucking snowblower, and I start to fucking use it. And because last time it was only like a little bit of snow. This is a good fucking like half a foot of snow. And so So I go between two cars to get them to the bottom of the driveway, and it's moving. It's like a lever, like a handle you squeeze on one side, and like a handle, like a big, I don't know, it's not like a throttle, but basically you just pull down the trigger, and then you go pull down the trigger for the auger to fucking blow the snow out, and one to drive the whole fucking thing, like it's a heavy dude. And so I'm going, and then here, I'm like, what the fuck? And the auger stops. Like Gunner knows this by now, so the call's been out. But the auger stops. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, no. And so I could just move it up and down. It's running, started like a champ, runs like a champ, but now it's not blowing snow. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm pushing the auger trigger, and it's like there's no resistance.
Yeah.
And so what I see is the cable came off the handle. So you imagine like your bicycle fucking brake cables, just like kind of like that kind of thing. And I'm like fucking like I can't get it back. If I pull on the cable and it's not it's not loose, but it's like if I fucking pull tight, I can get the auger to work. So I could kind of wrap my hand around it, pull. It's very fucking cumbersome.
Yeah.
It's not right, but I can get it to go if I just jimmy it up like this. So I managed to get the little bit of snow that I had there at the time, whatever. So it worked for me. I did the driveway. Everything was good. But it was still snowing so much, it basically covered everything up. It was like a horrible fucking day. So the snowblower is going, so I'm like, fuck. This thing's fucking not, like something else is wrong with it. So I bring it back into the house. I fucking drive off to go to work. And then I see I'm like one of the fucking, like a handful of people that showed up to work, which was, I mean, like I said.
Was it discouraging?
No, it was exactly what I wanted. Now, like it's hard because we were talking about it I was talking about it with Tariq. Because we live 10 minutes away from work. A lot of people live an hour away from work, 45 minutes away from work. And then when the weather hits like this, they're fucked.
Yeah.
Like it's done, right? Like I can't imagine, not just because they all live in the country, but just even the highway roads getting to them. Like it's not just Jim and fucking Chris. It's like even like Marcel or whatever, right? And I don't know where a lot of people are. So it's almost like because they're sitting in their cozy room or they're all just looking at it on paper. Oh, these people from Milton, they should be able to make it. Right, like, and they should. I get, but I wanted to phone in with like a bad back from shoveling.
Well, I mean, if your car can't get out, your car can't get out.
No, it's like it can happen. Like, and it has happened, and I've used it before. But like I said, if it wasn't for the Friday and the Monday coming up, and I knew they needed to get this out in a couple of days, then I might have had a different thought. So I go there. I'm like, oh, I'm going to look like a champ. This is overblown because it's going to like not be that glorified. But I'm like, oh, there's no question that I did everything I could to come in today because I'm in today. And there's no question. They're not going to know exactly how hard I worked, but when they come in today and they see they can just like start from where I left off, it's going to be like, oh, nobody's going to be like, oh, thank goodness he came and did this. But it'd be like, okay, things are moving. And I would like them to know that things are moving because I came in yesterday. And I don't want them to. I would wish that they would sit down and go, boy, this would be a lot worse if he wasn't here yesterday. But they don't have to. If by me being there yesterday, I continue the flow of how it's going to go.
Especially on a job that, like you said, the timeline got condensed.
Yeah, so that's where like those combinations of those things made me proud of that. I'm the optics of everything about my situation was as good as it can be, right? Like, and so that's all I really wanted. Like, that's when I was home yesterday, and I felt I did a great job. Like, I accomplished everything work related that I wanted to do yesterday. And that included talking to you about what we're going to talk about today. So like lots of work related fucking stuff happened, and so that's the best I can do. Like again, like I don't know if it's going to be noticed or not, but in my mind, less negativity can be thrown my way, even if there was none in the first place. There can only be like a fucking container of positivity thrown. Like he came in. This old man fucking shoveled his driveway. This old man fucking came in. This old man gave his fucking 10 hours of work, and you know what I mean. And now we're continuing. Right? And so I can look at him square in the eye and say, I did my best in your retarded fucking condensed timeline here. And that's like fine or whatever.
That's good.
Yeah. So I came home and then the snow was a pain in the ass, but there was nothing really. I had to do a little bit of shoveling for the sidewalk. And then so this morning though, the snowblower came or the snow plow.
Oh God.
Right when I was going to bed last night.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Did you get up?
So I was like, I was so fucking tired, and I was thinking about it, and then I said, you know what, man? No, the snowblower works. And I'm like I said, I'm about to fucking go into the bed. This fucking saw it coming out the window. Go, I am not fucking getting out of my pajamas to fucking do this. And so I left it till this morning. And so it was a lot crunchier like this morning.
That's the problem.
No, I know. And it's fucking high. So I had to, somewhere there's a pair of vice grips in my house because her dad's tools are like fucking everywhere, but we've thrown so much shit on top of a lot of his shit. So I couldn't find any.
Yeah.
I couldn't find vice grips. That would have been the best.
Perfect.
No, because I could put it on. It's still a pain in the ass because now I can't get the lever inside the little, I don't even know. Even the fucking throttle is exactly the same. It's kind of jankily in there. And I don't know if the hole that this little cable goes into has been like opened up a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it's going to have to get jimmied up somehow. I don't know. I don't know if my buddy Gunner is going to be able to, but it's not as random. So I think
have faith in him.
Oh, he can do it for sure. He's so handsome and smart and fucking. I got to stop because he's going to fucking know that I'm fucking trying to get too much out of this guy. So, and we still haven't even taken him out for dinner for fixing it in the first place. It's been a busy month. So now we're on 2 fucking dinners. God damn.
Combine them.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. What was I going to say? You made me fucking.
Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah. So I figured. So like I said, if you pull the cable, but it's hard. It's just like a little cable handle. It's really hard to get a grip of it to fucking pull. And it's not. You got to pull fucking hard. Like you're engaging a PTO basically, right?
Yeah.
And so the. So I thought if vice grips, it would stay on there and I could just pull it. So I couldn't find, so I just had to get normal pliers.
Oh, God.
And grab it and hold it. And then fucking try to steer it with the other, you know what I mean? Like 2 hands. And so it was a chore and it was fucking 3 feet high with all the crunchy. So it took me, like, it would have taken me, I would still be shoveling it if it was now. Yeah. So the fucking, I managed to plow through it with the fucking snowblower. It worked great. It's just not like, it's like an 80% fucking snowblower now. And so it worked. So I was happy. Like, Gunner, thank you so much. I can definitely deal with it with what's going on now if you're listening. And so, yeah.
No rush?
No, of course not. No, I've already feel bad that he had to do the other part and I can kind of jimmy it. So other than that, I'm just going to bring a whole pair of vice grips from work.
Oh, yeah.
Or unless whatever, find some at the house. So that's going to kind of jimmy it up. But it's a thing where you do what you can, or I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I was just happy. It's all good. So the weather's just been brutal in that kind of sense.
Crap.
Yeah, man. I feel bad for you for having to work at night at it. Like I don't know. Like traveling is probably better. Like back and forth from work. I don't know if that's true or not.
Traveling to work is better than traveling from work in these snowstorms usually.
And how? Well, because I wouldn't think so because it's so much less traffic.
Yeah, but the roads aren't really done. Like when we left the night before the storm or when the storm started, there was no plowing. Like the roads were terrible. And so I was like driving through, like it was, thank God I have my winter tires and everything. And so it was fine, but it's just like, you're not driving on the road. You're just driving on a sheet of snow. So that sucks. And then getting home, when you drive in the driveway, you know, like where your tires are, that's going to all melt. It's going to be hard. And like, you don't want to shovel at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So that's all annoying. So I just got up the next day and because I have my electric shovel, I did that with the kids, and then we were just shoveling. And then, thank God, my neighbor has a snowblower. So when he comes home, because he leaves basically like 2 hours after I get home, and so when he came home, his driveway was shoveled because we have a shared driveway, and he just snowplow. He just did the snowblower on the snowplow. So that at least I don't have to do the end. That is the worst.
I mean, that's how you. Want to be cordial with your shared driveway neighbor, right?
Absolutely.
Like, I think it's a new neighbor for you, so I don't know how many I don't know how much situation there's been to either make it positive or negative or what.
Yeah, no, it's he's been a pretty good neighbor. We don't talk that much, you know, just typical highs and stuff.
Yeah,
but like he salts my driveway, I salt his driveway. Whenever we have to plow or shovel, it's.
So have you done his side of the driveway before?
Yeah,
You've done like if he's been at work and you're like up with the kids and you have
absolutely.
Yeah, because you want to keep that going.
Yeah, until he stops.
You don't want. The funniest thing would be seeing a shared driveway with half of it plowed.
Yeah, exactly.
That would just be so. That would be so telling.
But
I would want to drive around neighborhoods.
The neighbor before him, like when I first moved in, I used to shovel his driveway, and then like a couple days in a row, he just stopped doing mine. Like a couple snowfalls in a row, he just did his own. And the first time I was like, whatever. Maybe you're in a rush. I don't care. Like I understand that whole thing. Maybe you just want to get your car out.
Yeah.
And then it turns into, oh, you don't want me to do yours.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to do mine. So in that case, then whatever. But I just think it's better when you have somebody who's gonna, do the dance with you.
So yeah. So that's kind of been going on just fucking.
Slight random breaking news.
Yeah.
Freaking just announced that Lewis Hamilton got a new race engineer for
F1,
this
baby.
season. Freaking his last year's race engineer was trash.
Yeah.
Garbage.
So that doesn't happen. Like, so I love football, basketball. Like, more than basketball, football changes coaches.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many. Like the offense and defense coordinators and
Yeah, they're
linebacker.
always
Like
in and
they
out.
mean. So whatever. Let's just stick with the offense and defense coordinator. So there's always 3 main coaches for each team,
Yep.
and they all bounce around.
Yeah.
When you're going through, you don't realize when your team lost its offensive coordinator to a head coach now for the fucking other team, and then why your team sucks. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
compared to what it was before.
Yep.
The brain drain of teams is really. It's crazy how some of them navigate it, and I don't even know how you ever could. Like those good teams always fucking get their coaches poached.
Yep.
And so it goes right there. But I don't really hear it so much in F1.
Yeah, they rarely ever change race engineers.
It's the kind of business that they could absorb a firing of a fucking person.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like in the NFL they fire coaches and they're fucking still on teams' payroll from fucking 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Like Doc Rivers gets fired. You know what I mean? Like they're fucking paying for him. Like they happen. So it's a thing that the owner has to fucking eat
Yep.
if they want to fucking like eat the team. And so a cheap owner will keep shitty coaches on just because they're under contract or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
No,
right?
in F1, they're like,
But that's what's so much money.
yeah, that's the thing.
And it's one of the things where there's no cap.
Yeah, well, there's a cap, but if you're off the books, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't.
So there's a cap on how much you can pay your engineers? I thought there's a
no,
cap
no.
on how much you could put into the car.
There's a cap on how much you spend as a team. The only thing that's outside of the cap is your top 3 highest paid people, I think it is.
So that's similar to what it used to be in my mind, like what it used to be kind of like for college sports. I never really followed it much, but before this NIL stuff, you couldn't pay the athletes. You could only recruit. And the only way you could get better is by hiring the better coaches.
Yeah.
So it just got more insidious where these kids were playing for free and the coaches were getting hundreds
All
of
this
millions of
million,
dollars because the only thing you could do is pay more for a coach.
Yeah.
Same thing with the NFL is like they got a salary cap, but none of it's on their coaches. So you can, that's what I said. The Patriots are great this year because of how their coach worked out and all that. But if you talk to the owner, he said it was like everything's great, and he's fucking crying to nobody because he's making billions of dollars in all his other business, and so he's talking about the money the team hit by firing the coach. But it's not just him; it's his whole coaching staff.
Yeah.
So there's 25 people that got let go that are still getting paid for.
Yeah.
And then you have to overpay for the next guy to come in.
Yeah.
And then his new 25
That's
coaches.
crazy,
So
man.
it's like a $50 million decision, right? And as a fan, you're just like, yeah, but you're in the playoffs now. And they got money. That's nobody believes they're crying.
Yeah,
but
we're in
he's
the
looking at it
playoffs.
like you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but
what did it cost us?
I'm spending money. But that's the difference between some owners and not. Like, again, I was just listening to a pod. Some owners have, this is how they try to save money. Like, they'll have no food on their flights. They won't feed their team. They'll feed them snacks or something instead of a meal. Like, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, pick a team, like, whatever, that you might not even think. Fucking, say the Golden State Warriors, or whatever. I don't know who
Yeah,
owns it. So they always fucking, whatever, first class meals on all their fucking flights. The Orlando Magic might have a fucking owner that's like balling like theirs, and so they only serve them snacks on the thing.
Yeah, you get peanuts.
Buses, this is like, it's just small things that you might not fucking care about. So buses from the hotel to the fucking arena, right? Like the whole team staff or whatever. Some teams try to do it in fucking 2 buses. Some teams do it in 4 buses. Like,
Drive your own car.
the different, drive your own fucking, like whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
they do these weird things to fucking make you fucking like save money. You go, well, what's the difference between a bus? 18 games a year, fucking, yeah, that's fucking like $3 million or something. And so I'd rather put it in my owner pocket than fucking give it to the team.
Yeah.
And then some teams get a reputation, like the Kansas City Chiefs are always on the bottom of the fucking player satisfaction for their practice facilities and their fucking stadium.
Yeah.
And they got one of the oldest stadiums, and their owner, like they're winning Super Bowls, but their owner is notoriously stingy like that. Right. And so, yeah, it comes back to bite you with whatever. I don't know. They've won Super Bowls. So sooner or later, that kind of might come out to bite you.
sure.
And this is what I'm saying. When I'm glad the F1 gets a new fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just do what the driver says, but if you're going to spend that much money on Lewis Hamilton and you think you're leaving potential from him.
You got to do it.
Performance, and this is what you guys, because there's got to be you're not just going to do that without him knowing.
Yeah.
He's going to have his input, and I'm sure he's going to have his input on who's the new guy's going to be, right? Like same with if you're a star quarterback, you can decide who, or you're fucking Steph Curry or whatever. You're going to decide who your next coach is going to be.
So who do you think about coach? Yeah, that guy.
But no,
or LeBron James. Let's do LeBron James because he's notorious for that.
But that's fine now. But but now it's not like it was 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Right, like you only do it when you like the time is right.
It's fading.
Yeah, so that's the same thing. So that's when it's obvious. So Lewis Hamilton is in like a little bit of the end, but you're going to want to squeeze the rest out of him.
Yeah.
So why make him be with an engineer that he's not supposed to be? Let's bite the bullet and like spend the money on a new engineer. So
I'm surprised they didn't just give him his choice of engineer from the beginning, because that was Carlos Sainz's engineer.
Yeah, I mean it probably is just how one of the many ways as
They probably thought you could just come in and it'll all work.
No, I think it's the Ferrari arrogance.
Oh yeah.
Like I think it's like, you know what I mean. Like it's not a thing. It's just like we do things right. We'll fold you in, and that's in hindsight. Maybe they could have been right.
Yeah, but you waste a whole season.
But like I said, like it's in hindsight. It's easy to say that now, but you just also don't want to admit that you might not be the best at what you are. You know what I mean? They had to take a fucking hit and say, yeah, that's not our guy. Yeah. Anytime you fire your coach or do whatever, you as the person who hired them were also part of the failure of that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yes, it's the person who didn't perform, but you picked the wrong person. Like, you can always go down, fairly or not. So, yeah, like, blame is supposed to be... Lewis might have been able to be better fucking communicating with this fucking guy. Like, who it is. But now, like, time is of the essence with him. Right? Like, it's not like he's fucking like a young up-and-coming rookie. And you go, fucking Kimi Antonelli. Who would be better with Kimi Antonelli? Kimi Antonelli's going to have to find his fucking engineer. Like, you know what I mean? He's going to have to work with him. They're going to have to get there and see where his potential could be set.
I mean, he has Bono right now.
I don't know what that means.
That's Lewis Hamilton's old engineer.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And so you would say great for Lewis, great for you. But they're different people.
Yeah, they're different people.
And he's not going to be afforded to fucking say, this guy isn't my engineer.
Oh, no.
No, right? Like, he doesn't have that. Right? Like, Lewis and Max and a handful of people get to fucking say that. And then fucking, like I said, like time, like Sergio, like Perez's fucking reputation grew 300 times since he stopped racing.
Yeah.
He was the biggest bum for fucking always being behind Max. And now it's just like, wow, look how fucking easy he made that hard job be.
Yeah.
Right? Like fucking looking like that. And so he's just a constant source of not just stability, but like upward trending stability. You can trust, you know what I mean? Like his opinion. And so he's going to be asked to be the new driver of the new team.
Yeah.
That's a way to go. So his reputation soared for just not doing anything. For us, just like in hindsight, watching what he did before. So Lewis tries to come in, Hamilton. So then Ferrari just says, you know what? Yeah, we weren't right. Now we will work with you to find another person. You know what I mean? They had to admit a wrong, and it's for the purest reasons, other than some of that other Red Bull shit that was going on, where it was all personal.
Yeah,
right. Like fucking, I don't even know if Max tried harder once Christian Horner was gone. It definitely statistically looks like that.
It definitely.
I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know, but it's almost like a fucking fuck you. I'm never going to let them think my success was because of you.
Yeah.
And that's just like a Michael Jordan competitor. Like Max Verstappen is a one of one. Right? And so I do think if you just give him, that's what I mean, you show motivation. He's got a fucking documentary coming out now. I'm convinced this bullshit talk about leaving anytime soon is just to get you to fucking present, appreciate me while I'm here.
Yeah.
And fucking now, you know what I mean? Like, give him these challengers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's only 25, whatever. You know what I mean? He's not young.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not old. And so just talking about some of these other kids coming up, or young guys coming up, it's so like, I think the potential for him like just to fuck you. I'll show you who I am.
Yeah.
Right? And so I do think some of that. So it's cool. It's going around. Yeah, I've been thinking about F1 a little bit.
Couple more weeks. A little bit?
What do you mean? Yeah, just a little bit. I don't want to... I can get into that. It'll be fine. No, we can.
The season starts in a couple weeks.
We can. But what was I going to say? I don't know how to really do it. I think I am less optimistic about the world than I have ever been. Yeah. I usually think that the world is burning can be like put behind me. You know what I mean? And wars like of Iraq and fucking Afghanistan and prices of oil and stock markets, and I could still see the game of it, like kind of all or whatever, but I don't know what the powers of be, whoever they are willing to do to just get what they want anymore. I see us treated so, all of us, people listening, nobody here listening is fucking, we're all so disposable. Like I don't know if it's not just that, like the whole fucking like a bit of the Trump thing or whatever, but like just brazenly going into Venezuela and fucking and annexing it, like in my mind, like out of nowhere, is fucking so brutal.
Yeah,
like
agree.
it's just so heavy handed, so lack of diplomacy, so unteam like, so like just I think it's just like a pirate fucking smash and grab. And it's like, it might have been exactly what was going on in Iraq, and I missed it. But the rhetoric around the world that's going around is, like I said, like I just don't trust it, man. I think Trump is fucking Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's like a dictator. His problem is like he has a lot of support. There are people who actually believe that what he's doing is completely okay. And that's where the problem for me lies, because when you embolden that, when you do those kind of stuff and people say, oh yeah, of course he's got to do it. But when Russia did it to Crimea, they were like, oh, no, you can't do that. That's terrible. But when Trump does it, it's okay all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you gotta open your eyes.
It might be part of my lack of optimism, like my disappointment in the fact that it is so supported.
Yeah, because democracy is regulated, Congress and all these things that they have to do. When you bypass he has no checks and balances.
I've said that from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like I've said that long before, like he thinks he's a king. Even the hockey team coming there fucking this week, and he's just two things. He's almost as fucking dimensional full as Biden.
Yeah.
He's falling asleep. He fucking talks such fucking nonsense. Any of the fucking clips that you want to do of Biden, you can make of him now too.
Yeah.
But besides, he's talking about, oh, this is a great hockey stick. Oh, this is a great shirt. Ooh, do I get one? Do I get both? I'm the president. I could probably just take both, right? And fucking, it's like that's not what presidents should do.
Yeah, that's what kings do.
That's what kings do. That's what fucking
dictators do.
Petty little men do.
Yeah.
And it's fucking, so I don't want any hero worshipping. Like I don't want to, I'm not trying to compare, just as a coincidence, a thing, as the world's burning. What I like about Carney is his measured response to things, in my mind.
Yeah.
Like trying to make deals with things. You can say making a deal with China or going around Europe or whatever it is making deals with devils or whatever, but it's better than, we're not in a position to take people over, but it's being diplomatic.
Yeah.
It's creating teams, it's creating sponsor support for like structures, and it's giving a win-win situation in the best way you can. And Trump is there is no winner, there's always a loser. It's a win-win-lose. America's never going to lose again. And so I've always been on the state side when it comes to things. I've always thought we got to rest in the fucking presence of them. You know what I mean? Like we were lucky to have their protection or them have our fucking back. And when you don't think that they have your back anymore, it gets a little scary. Like you wonder if they're going to annex, what would happen. Like I just don't understand in a diplomatic way how that would happen. But if it's happening if it happened in Iraq and it can happen in Venezuela, then it can definitely happen here.
Yep.
And I don't know if he's willing. I don't know if a Greenland thing is a distraction from fucking other bullshit or whatever it is. But when now then the whole EU is fucking going over there to fucking bring their battleships and fucking their thing, and it's fucking Saba is making fucking fighter jets that people, like, it's not going to be a fucking a Venezuelan type of takeover. Like they're prepared to fucking defend, you know what I mean, the Greenland sovereign rights.
But isn't that crazy that they have to put troops there to defend their sovereign rights against your own
because they have military bases there
against your own ally.
Because this is what makes me also think to be less pessimistic about it. I have to look at it that this is all a facade. This is all in the vein of war is a racket. Like war is big business.
Yeah, for sure.
So you just perpetually keep the war going. The war on terror is not a real war, but it gets so much funds. The military gets so much fucking like whatever leeway, fucking when the country isn't like so teamed up like Greenland when it's just fucking Iraq or fucking Venezuela or whatever. Where it's like, oh yeah, there's a bad guy there, we can go there and take the resources, type of thing. When it's less obvious or whatever, when they don't have the support, it's easier to just fucking take it over. So and then make money that way. But if you keep constantly making a fucking war machine, now fucking Saab has to make more boats and fucking or Audi has to make more things. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yep.
It's a fucking job fucking security fucking thing. It's War is a Racket is a book that was written fucking a long time ago. Like fucking even Eisenhower,
Yep.
the war fucking what's it called? Like the machine, the fucking I don't know. There's a term for fucking like the ever of moving war machine, and it's a simple thing that I can't remember now. But they've been talking about it since way back, and so this is just a way to keep war going. And like,
But you don't war with your allies. They never war with their allies.
so, but he's Kim Jong Un. He thinks that like, now he's emboldened to fucking put an American flag everywhere in the fucking world. Like I said, like it happened in World War II when it was righteous, when they could have done it. And I don't know what the nefariousness of it was then. I don't know how much fucking bases around the world were like Guam and all these other places that they fucking Americanized before. Like, but it just didn't. It's whatever. Like I said, I'm ignorant to a lot of things. But just to look at what's going on now, it's either just bluster to fucking keep the fucking press talking about it and to appear like you're doing things. Worst case scenario, we take it over and take their fucking resources. Or I really don't know how he looks at it like that.
I have a different theory on it.
Okay.
I think it's somewhat a little bit of devil's advocate. I think that he is just tired of spending that much military money on NATO. And he said this before in his last term that NATO doesn't necessarily pull their weight. And so it's funny, I had this conversation last night too. So I think that, remember in the beginning of this term, he said, oh yeah, we might as well, Canada might as well be a 51st state. We're doing all their protection, all this kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. And he kept going with that, right?
Yeah.
After Carney met with him, they had their whole meeting. Was it 2 meetings? Whatever it was. Then Carney announced how much money they're putting towards military, their over-the-horizon defense that they're building and all this stuff. And as soon as that happened, we have never heard the 51st state comments ever since then. So I think that Trump really just wanted Canada to protect their north because Russia's right there. And I think he's pretty right that there's been Russian boats and Chinese boats and subs going through the Arctic because Canada wasn't guarding the Arctic like that.
Okay.
So in order for Canada to pull their weight, all you got to do is protect the Arctic, right?
Yeah.
And that's all we care about. So ever since then, we haven't heard anything like that. And now I think he's doing the same thing with Greenland because it is part of NATO, and they're like, yeah, well, it's only been American bases there. So why hasn't NATO been putting troops there too? And now they have done that. And I think that gives Trump more freedom to be able to do the shit like he wants to do in Iran, which they're pulling. Something's going to happen in Iran very shortly. He did it to Venezuela. All the enemies, Russia, China, the Russia-China allies, he can go do those things because he doesn't want to stretch the military so thin in protecting the North when you have countries that should be protecting the North themselves, realistically.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the case, then I agree that should have been done. And I agree with that if that's, it could be because to be devil's advocate to my own thoughts is because that's what's happening. So if that's what he wanted to do, that he's too Kim Jong Un. Like when I say it like that, he can't not take credit for things he doesn't do.
Yep.
He wouldn't want to take. He wouldn't want this to be. We want Canada to get the fucking cred for doing it themselves.
He's not.
He would be
say
saying
that.
like this is because of me.
Yeah,
like,
he's gonna say. See,
no. But he would have already said it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm reluctant to give him that kind of credit. Like I see the results.
I hear you.
So if that was what you think the results are, but he's not subversive like that. He's too fucking brazen. Like that's what people love about him. He's not like the long game. Everything is so fucking. If that's how he gets the long game done, but he's not a politician. What you're saying is a politician type of fucking way.
I think it's more of a businessman type of way because he is a businessman and he is like. Going about it that way seems like a way he would go about it. He's not going to go about it like how Obama would and have a whole meeting and say, guys, this is what I really need from you. He's going to be like, we're going to take this place over. Okay. We're going to do it. You have no choice, blah, blah, blah. Oh, God, hurry up. Get over there, guys. Get over there. Because if they went the other way, they would have been like, okay, give us 10 years. We're going to build up some bases. We're going to do this. this happened in an instant.
Okay, you're right. I will agree with you. That's that for sure. You're right. Maybe that to make myself feel better, I'd be like, that's the only way that would get done. Because I cannot unsee this will take us 10 years to do. I cannot unsee, let's fucking have more meetings. Let's have more. Like, there's a definite fucking appeal to the fucking message that like the wrestling manager fucking message. Like the fucking heal the world needs. Like, not the fucking thing that we watch a stupid Love Island show and there's a broad that just fucking drives you crazy. But the show needs a bad person.
100%.
The show needs, like, you know, the show, Game of Thrones needs Joffrey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you need a fucking thing like that. It's just that I think that his businessman ways are, and again, just are more of exploit the business opportunity until its fullest and then declare bankruptcy. He's not a
I
fucking.
think he's doing that.
But that's what he's doing to America.
Yeah.
And it's not a business.
Yeah.
That's what he does to businesses. And that's not a builder of businesses. China, in my mind, is a builder of businesses. There's something that if you want to talk about a 10-year plan getting something done, they do it in 10 days.
Yeah.
Like they built out of all the fucking things that I can see, like the Asian, like, and it's not just like Japan and fucking China and whatever, but China fucking, like Australia is like China's Canada.
Yeah.
Right? Like the US has hardly any influence in what goes on in Australia. And it's a British colony and all that. And they got so much fucking Japanese and Chinese fucking shit. Like, so they've had to work with them for fucking ever.
Yeah.
They've not decided to go and fucking take them over.
Yeah.
They don't want all that land for their minerals.
Yeah.
They'll buy their minerals off of them, give them a good deal, but they've had a working relationship with China for fucking decades.
Yeah, they do the same thing in Pakistan.
So in
They have
Africa,
one of the biggest shipyards in Pakistan.
that's building things, bro.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, that's true.
there's not a hint of bankruptcy in China.
But that's because they own everything. They
Yes.
own all the businesses in their country. They own all the businesses that they invest in, which you have to have some ownership to, you know, want to see it grow, right?
So what do you think of what the same thing as he's trying to do? He wants a piece of NVIDIA. He wants a fucking piece of fucking these other
That's
He
true.
wants the government to own pieces of businesses that do business in America. What's the difference? So this is why I'm convinced that he's making fucking. I think he's giving Canada over to China. I don't think he cares. In my mind, they're spying. I think they're team working. I'm looking at this in a fantasy land type of world.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an us versus them as much as they want us to think it is. I don't think it's as much of the us versus them in general, like gay rights, fucking neighborhoods, or you know what I mean, like black versus white, like all these situations, immigrants. Like we're all on the same page basically. We want good immigrants. We don't want no immigrants. We want security. The immigrants that we know that are here, they don't want a fucking open border policy.
Yep.
Like nobody we got to work together. But they pit this fucking fight against us, and. I like I said, my dad is being tracked. Like whatever Chinese spy, like whatever international espionage is going on with Russia, U.S., Britain, Germany. What Germany doesn't have spies? Like Britain doesn't have spies? Like fucking Venezuela? Like Brazil doesn't have spies?
For sure, but in NATO, remember, they all share intelligence, so it's difficult.
So, but this is what I'm saying. Like China's not the big scary person. I'm just as scared of the States now as I am of China. Like this is how I look at it. Like they want a piece of everything. They want ownership, and I think China's on the up of accepting capitalism and democracy, where it looks like the states are more getting to fucking, you know what I mean, like pseudo fucking like socialism, but they can't admit it and decline.
Yeah, I mean, I'll reserve my agreement with, even though I do agree with you. I want to see what happens with the Kuzma deal and see how much he's bluffing, how much Trump is bluffing. The Kuzma deal will tell us everything we need to know. If he renegotiates the deal that he negotiated in his first term, right?
So this is a Canada, America, Mexico deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
If he renegotiates that deal and it's another fair, free trade type of a deal, not necessarily exactly how it was before, but close enough, then I will think that he's all just bluffing and he's just doing his negotiation tactics that they've been doing, because he's basically hasn't been able to do anything because of the existing deal. So he's just been hands off. But if he throws that deal out and he's just like, no, fuck that, we're going to treat you like we trade with China, we trade with every other country, then I'll be like, yeah, you know what? He's fucked up.
Okay, I mean, like I said, I can agree with you that the way he gets things is a way to cut through a lot of the red tape, and like I said, I hope it just creates like my optimism is that I hope it just creates better leaders. I hope it creates fucking people that can work for the fucking people. Like I'm still, this all happened because they fucking fucked Bernie Sanders over the first time they fucking went together.
So dumb.
Bernie Sanders could have went toe to toe to him in a calm, cool manner.
He probably would have won, to be honest.
Yeah, because now it's turned even to more us versus them. Like I said, like I hate all the hero worshipping.
Yeah.
But I've seen something fucking. You know what I mean? Like, never mind the Canadian flag on a hockey stick, fuck Trudeau things. I saw like a Calvin Hobbes like pissing on liberal fucking sign.
Yeah.
Like, so that means you're never voting liberal. That means the conservatives could do whatever they want anytime they want.
Yes.
You're basically voting in a king.
Yes.
Like I don't understand the thought process of not being able to hear other ideas.
Yeah.
Like I know the other side could be so much better and democracy could be like so much better, but like so that's my best hope for it. But my pessimism goes is like once these people are in, like this is how it gets fucking done. Like I'm not a big Roman fucking like study history, fucking Caesar and how it went from an empire to a republic and the difference between the two. Like it's a vast difference to the second half of the Roman Empire to the first half of the Roman Republic.
Sure.
And I can juxtapose that onto what's going on here. And so if the only idea of China being a bad fucking player in this is that they need to control everything, I feel I'm already being controlled by everything. I do think that I think rich people together, like really, really ultra rich people are on the same team. I think they'll play as like for environmental things.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
All they want to do is protect their money. Like I know nothing about money, and this is not how I want to. One day when I can talk about my dad without being so emotional is that realizing like reducing him down to like his assets and dealing with his death and all the things that got to go with it. Like this is the first time there's nowhere else to go. When my mom passed, he was still around, and so there was a kind of less of a finality to it. You know what I mean? Like we could just put some of my stuff, donate some of my mom's stuff, put some away, but we're going to go, it's going to go to your apartment and I'll always see those things and there's a connection there too. But then once that connection is now gone and it's very sad but it's also kind of freeing in a way. Like I can just see things differently. And basically one of the points that come down to it is this is a guy who I love more and more the more I think about it. You know what? I don't know who he voted for, ever. We never fucking talked about politics. First of all, I've never really seen him mad.
But you know he's voted.
I know, of course he voted. Like, I know, I know my mom voted. I don't know how his Canadian status sat.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. He's an immigrant.
He still would have an opinion.
He's an immigrant that came here not for opportunity, but for love. And so I think he came from a place like Europe that's basically already filled up, that kind of knows how to work with their resources and their things in a way that we don't have to, right? Like they're all condensed. They have limited resources. I think he came here and just saw all that we have. You know what I mean? Like you take a drive outside of Toronto and you're basically you're in the country for fucking days.
Yep.
Like all the fucking resources, not to exploit it for all, but to complain about the lack of opportunity here is insane for an immigrant to come from the worst of times. So we even saw that. I think that's what he liked about, one of the things he liked about Canada. He didn't see anything to complain about. Mm-hmm. He saw, of course it could be better. Of course, we keep playing places, you know what I mean? Like, whatever.
It will get better.
And it will get better, but he never fucking whinged about it.
Yeah.
I never heard him complain once about the state of political stuff. So he's a hardworking guy who managed to squeeze up a lot more than I would ever get to at my end of my life. You know what I mean? Like, put it together, fucking super responsible, has a little fucking chunk of fucking money. That's a lot to you and me. And it's fucking, but it's going to get taxed at fucking 50%. He's going to get treated like he made a huge lump sum this year.
Yeah.
And that's how the system works. Unless you're an ultra rich person, and you can say, like, when you complain about a rich person giving their fair share, it's like, yeah, you know what? Like their 10% is a lot more than your 25%. So that's fine. But you're just sitting on money that could be better used for the fucking system that you're pulling from. And like they'll take their kids will grow up in a school system in the States, like in a public, like in Washington, D.C. or somewhere like that, and then they'll take their money to Florida where it'll be tax saved.
Yeah.
And so my dad wasn't not smart enough, it just wasn't in the system enough to protect his money at a 6% rate. Like Elon Musk has all the money in the world and he gets taxed less than 1%. And that 1% is more than you and I could ever do, but he's not really pulling his fucking fair share.
Yeah.
Like it's bullshit. So they know how to protect their money. We don't. And so that's all they care about. Like the I don't know how long this has been going on, but people from once you, like, I'm going to butcher the stat, between 45 and 70, people's money increase way more than they do from 25 to fucking 40.
Yeah.
And that all has to do with investment tax like laws and where they can do with their money. It's because it's not just making money and while you can and putting it in savings. That's like the fool's move. They make money off of you doing that.
Yep.
And so we're just peons to them. More than anything, watching this money situation, and it's the first time I've really fucking noticed, and it was a podcast, I heard this rich guy talking about like how they all could pull their fair share or whatever, right? He's talking about how the billionaires are failing the future.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just, they're not giving the government any kind of type of thing. So if you're going to tell me China stops that from happening, and they're fucking Trump, you know what I mean? It's like, so somebody's going to be taking over for something. Like, I do think it could be run a lot fucking better.
Yeah.
And I don't think China is so greedy. I don't think it raises many fucking greedy people like Trump's. I think they're more, they're exploiters.
Their system, yeah, I guess it wouldn't raise like Trump-like people. But then who is getting all the money? I searched Xi Jinping's net worth just now, right? And it says you don't know.
That's fine.
You cannot.
You don't know Trump. Trump doesn't even have to give his taxes out.
For sure, but you know Trump's a billionaire. You know Trump is X billions of dollars.
Yeah, but it's all shady.
This literally says they have no idea because you don't know his family holdings. Their Chinese political system is extremely secretive, and the only thing they know is that his salary is $22,000 a year.
Yeah, so it's hilarious, right? Obviously, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But like I said, I know what you're saying about Trump, but I don't, like I said, he's an exploiter. He's not a builder.
Yeah,
he's going to burn it to the ground.
But that's capitalism.
But he goes to Dearborn and looks at the American work factory and does that and gloats about robots taking the jobs of the people he's fucking there for.
Yeah.
He's so senile in this fucking thing. He doesn't see how that looks because he's not playing to that crowd.
Yeah, but that's
he's
the
playing
problem.
to the robot builders.
That's the problem with his supporters. His supporters embolden him to be able to say these things and know that they're going to have his back no matter what.
Yeah, that's what's so insidious about it.
Yeah.
The supporters are the ones that are going to be taken over by the robots.
Yes, exactly.
I know,
and
but
they're
so
just
that's
sitting there, yes, Trump, save us.
Yeah.
It's
I
ridiculous.
don't understand. I've told you.
But they think we're blind, though.
I get it. I know. I'm considered a fucking libtard.
Yeah.
I get it, but I'm not. I want a strong man. What my arguments have been, like I said, like China's not liberal. Like I would more want to fucking be cozied up to that. Like I'm refusing to be blinded by the propaganda of what China is.
I hear that.
I've been blinded by what the propaganda of the U.S. has been, and it's not as bad as it has been now in my mind. And so whatever. So I don't think I've missed out. But I've never questioned it.
Yeah.
I've never questioned a lot of the fucking propaganda, and I'm not going to be fear-mongered into fucking thinking China's the bad guy anymore.
I agree. Fear-mongering is very
But that's
bad
all
in
it
this
is,
day and
Brian.
age. Yeah, I agree.
The fear-mongering of them, they're eating cats in Ohio. Right? Like
Yeah.
fucking they're
No,
fear mongering.
no. Yeah.
And the real fucking thing is like one of the best things what I heard fucking is the pushback. Like I'm willing to see that if that's I think it's a byproduct of his insanity that he's galvanizing the other fucking side to make them have more bases in fucking Greenland and protect the North and all that kind of shit. Right? But Russia could take over the North way more than we ever could have.
Yeah.
That for years now.
Yeah.
Like that's not like I don't know
They
if that's
didn't do
fucking
it.
changed.
They didn't do shit.
That's what I mean because it's a game. It's just the threat of doing it that really needs to do. Now we can make more fucking jets. And then you go to Russia and then that's all you ever do.
Now I can go to Colombia.
So then the other governments of South America, when they said, if you think we're going to have some fucking rich pedophile come here and take all our fucking things, like fucking that's hilarious. That's them doing to Trump what Trump, you know what I mean? Like you don't call people pedophiles.
Yep.
But then this whole fucking thing, that's all going on still. Like who these people, you know what I mean? Like fucking, never mind the fucking aliens in the pizza fucking parlor basement or whatever the fucking thought. There was something going on fucking Epstein Island with a lot of left and rights.
Oh, for sure.
Like a lot of things. Like they're all these people that I know are protecting their money. Like that's the fucking shit that I'm really starting to fucking think goes on. And he's a part of all of it. I need a fucking person that has no fucking ties to any of this. I don't fucking see any fucking Chinese names on the fucking Epstein list.
That is true.
Right? I don't know where they're fucking their little boys and girls.
That
I mean,
is
they're doing
true.
it. They're obviously, everybody's doing it. Right? Like fucking, it's a fucking problem in every society.
All over the world, for
right?
sure.
Like fucking, it's all for history. You fucking, you know what I mean? Like they've been fucking boys and girls for fucking ever. Like, so, but it's so insidious here because they insist it's not going on. and then they do it right under your nose, right? Like I get that you want like a strongman one, just be like and owning parts of the company. Like I said, we already fucking give the government all our fucking money anyway. And if you're a company like ours that's growing and turning into a fucking a corporation, you get lots of support from the government.
Yeah,
because they're going to give it back.
Yeah,
it's how much of it is for the appearance of creating jobs, and how much is it for the security of the fucking nation? Not like armed security, you know what I mean? Like productive fucking income coming back. They all talk about it's the real reason why a company should have a tax break is because they're creating another 20 taxpayers at your job, right? And that's legitimately how it works. But they get so like whatever, they get so greedy, and then they move their jobs overseas, and now they've, like I said, going to fucking auto place and openly saying fucking the job will be taken by robots is absolutely insane to me. It's just as insane as him falling asleep at a fucking meeting now.
Yeah,
it's just as he is. I just don't believe he's a joke. He's such a joke. And yeah, it's nice to have a strong guy in there, but give me a real strong man.
He's also entertaining.
Yeah, but not it's because we're not affected by it.
Yeah,
like I get it. We're not in Venezuela. I can't imagine what it's like. I know it's a hellscape. Like it's great. It's great. It's great to let those bad people like Hussein or all these things to fucking fuck their country over for a world and say they're doing it for fucking human fucking reasons.
Yeah.
But I think he's the master exploiter. He's a master exploiter of children on Epstein's Island. He's a master exploiter of fucking bankrupting businesses. He's a master exploiter of fucking evicting people out of fucking areas so we can build fucking super fucking Trump towers. He's a master manipulator of buying a golf course in Scotland and trying to get them to change centuries old laws so he can do some garnish fucking thing.
Well, he did the same thing with Mar-a-Lago. He just slowly garnished and got up all the properties, and then
now he's doing it to the White House. Yeah. He gets to fucking tear down a wing and put fucking ridiculous portraits of his enemies.
Like that's retarded.
But no, that's a strong man, right? Like is that showing strength or weakness?
It's showing weakness for sure.
That's who I think that's who he really is.
Pettiness is a sign of weakness.
Yeah, and he's going to try to hold on for dear life. And I think without support, that's my pessimism, is that they're going to be just caught up in this machine until the robots can fucking go. And they're just going to get less and less. So now we're doing a little like semi-sabbatical fucking away from the States, hoping that we can ever go back, watch football, fucking whatever. Part of me, I have like a fucking 10%, I don't know, I might not ever go to the States again. Mm-hmm. I might not ever go to the States again. And that's not because of my, I know better. Why? There's not because it's not like there's just not, like, it's gross to me.
Yeah.
Not the people that I'd be meeting there. Like, the people are still the people. That's the same. That's what it is. Like, whatever. You can run into a piss on libtards fucking thing or whatever, right?
Course.
But I never really brought that up there. Like, you don't have to. You go to Vegas and not bring up fucking politics anytime you want. But, like, it's just the thought of fucking me going there. This is not, like, I'm starting to open myself up to the rest of the world more. It might have just been a long time we talked about fucking, I'm making these demands. I got to have weed where I go. I don't need that. I'm not going to let that dictate me anymore.
Yeah.
And so part of my dad passing, and he came from Netherlands and whatever, and if in any of this inheritance, which is all a gift, we're going to use that gift to go on a trip to Europe.
Yeah.
And we're going to plan, and that was fucking great. And I was just like, any of this, the hindsight, it's so old and small, just like, you know what, just dive in.
Yeah,
I don't want to
100%.
fucking die with money left over. Sorry, baby. She wants me to die after her. So given the fact that she's already been gone, and like, didn't kill myself out of sadness, right, babe? I don't want to fucking do that. And I'm lucky. I don't have fucking kids to fucking worry about.
Yeah.
I worry about I don't want your kids to grow up in a fucking situation.
I mean, you got 2 kids downstairs.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
That's right. No, and that's the great. When we were taking stuff, my wife has made such good friends. I'm trying to make good friends. Do you know anybody? So we have this situation where we're like emptying his fucking apartment, and we're like, I got so much stuff already. I already got a house full of dead people's things, you know? Yeah. And so, no, it's happening again. And just like, should we take this? Should we do this? It's, oh, man, I'm going to feel a certain way throwing that out and fucking do this. Go, you know what? Marinella, one of Tammy's friends, we'll just bring this home, and Marinella can throw this out one day for us. Yeah. You know, like, we're going to have our support system. Like, family isn't just family because they are your family, right?
Absolutely.
You know that more than anybody. And I guess, like, whatever, to admire what is this is a little bit sidebar for you, and I'm sorry to throw it. My idea of how you handle grief or sadness is very impressive to me. I don't know if you, like, I don't think you hold anything in. I hope you don't hold anything in too much to fuck with you inside, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I know you've dealt with tragedy from an early, like, a very formative age, and sometimes when I think of how I'm not. upset about how I handle it. Like, I'm fine with it. I don't mind being as emotional as I can get. Sometimes it's annoying. Like, God damn, just get it together. But I look at how I feel that you might handle it, and I don't know if it's the family, the size of your family, or your friends and your cousins. I think it's mostly to do with that. But you seem to perspective it. I don't know if it's just a religious thing. It can't be, because it's not that part I'm getting at. It's the sense of loss. It's the selfishness of shit like that. And so, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like. I'm impressed with how you can put it in a compartment or something like that. Yeah. So that's really all it is having people help you deal with things like 100%. That, and setting yourself up for that, and not taking for granted people that are in place, and not exploit things. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, my dad never exploited anything. He just fucking realized opportunity. Like, and so I want to be more like that, and I don't want the world. And like, so yeah. Like I said, like. Even like our work, like I feel I'm so grateful to be as old as I am, because I don't have to worry about how everything is changing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know. Like, again, like it's just a position. But when we talk about our work turning into a corporation, like I've never really understood it. I'm kind of getting it, what a corporation is, and like big business and all that. It's so insidious. Like, if that's the only way things can go. Like, the idea of a mom and pop shop not existing.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's a way to go, but like, is it good? Is it the best thing for everybody?
Yeah.
Because if you want to talk how bullshit like China might be, watching our work turn into a corporation makes me think our work is turning in China-like.
But like you said, that's good.
Yeah, like for business.
For business.
Yeah, no, and if you're on that side, it's good, but it's not good for competition. That's why it's good to be on that side. Like, if I tried, that's not how I put it. I'm not trying to find the nefarious part in it. I'm just glad my freedom as an individual has been taken away a little bit in this company that I don't own.
Yeah.
Right? So they don't have a right for me to be freedom oriented. Right? If I want to participate, then here's your responsibility. And that's all we ever want. Give me like the responsibility. I'll show you I can do it. And we got a thing. Don't fuck me over if I'm as responsible as I am. And nobody's doing that to me. I'm not concentrating on any of that. I'm just concentrating on the environment of it all.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, when I joked before, like a carpenter in fucking Sweden in 1919, watching his company turn into IKEA, and say, you're going to drill holes in every part of it?
What do you mean there's 16 of me?
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what do you fucking, you're going to fucking take my likeness and turn it into a cartoon and put it on the fucking instructions?
Yeah.
So then every little bald fucking guy with a fucking pointy nose is, you know what I mean? Like putting his bed together, and you're going to let him do it at home? No, I make mastercrafts for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Sven, that's not how we make money, Sven. And so
you'll make money, Sven.
Yeah, Sven, that's what, yeah. But you know what? If it's not just about the money, like I said, like there's an artistry of being a welder. There's an artistry of Brenton being a painter. Right? Like, and he's put himself in a position to fucking be his own boss or whatever, right? So the difference, now I kind of understand why somebody would not want to work for somebody else than that. Because now he doesn't have to be as corporate.
Yeah.
But if he's not good, if eventually the corporation can steal his clients away by offering cheaper prices, and he's like over here, but I'm better.
Yeah.
It's forgotten, because our trucks aren't better.
Yes, they are.
How do you know?
Because I've seen other trucks.
Yeah, they can be, but there's in a part the people building them aren't better.
Our trucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
like we used to have a bunch of me's, a bunch of Rons, a bunch of Johnnies.
The people building them are better, but in general, the design and air quotes engineering.
Yeah. Well, that's because of technology.
Yes.
I am here to tell you that I have just as much faith, or maybe not as less faith as you might think I should have, in Medeiros' drawings and the fucking handbrake.
I agree, but you know.
No, but that's not how it works. You have to think bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't think of Joe's Construction. You got to think of
do
CN Rail.
Quicker and faster.
Yeah, and it will sort out the rest. So in that environment, there's less individuality.
I think you think it's not better in comparison to you 20 years ago.
I'm talking as an individual, as a citizen of the earth, like working, like what my environment, what my life is like.
Yes.
Right? Like to make a money, like I said, you could either open up your own paint shop, open up your own fucking store, open up whatever. And when Walmart came and took fucking mom and pop stores away, I was like, who cares? I don't have a mom and pop store. I didn't see the devastation of what that could actually cause. and what it's done. And I don't know if it's as good. You know what I mean? Now it's easier to get anything you want, but everything we get is shittier than it was before. So now you're buying two things instead of one thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're buying the fucking toilet brush twice because it breaks fucking, or you know what I mean? Whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
You can spend good money on fucking other things and it's still there. Your opportunity there, but it's so much easier to order on Amazon and Walmart now. The amount of times you can just get something on Amazon, it's like, I'm going to get what I want to get is based on how fast it can get here, not on the actual thing I want.
Okay, so do you think that, it sounds like you're comparing us to the two toilet brushes our companies
we're making two toilet brushes now.
But you do understand that we are on the higher end of the industry. Overall, we're on the higher end of the industry.
So that makes me even more think that is how bad it is out there.
Yeah, out there is bad.
Yeah.
People have left us and came back because the quality isn't as ours.
Yeah, no, I understand. So we might be doing it the best. Yeah. I'm not, and I'm on here for it.
So then we have margin to.
There's margin. there is a growth period. Whatever's going on.
We have margin.
This is all, but I'm talking about but it's my feeling of it. Yeah, it's my feeling of it though. I don't feel as much pride into it.
I hear you.
Ironically, one of the companies that tried to make it was called Pride.
Yeah.
Right? Like had it because whatever they felt, but I have less fucking confidence and pride and ownership of what is being made. And before it was like I said, like a long time before, it was like, I am the owner of this job 18-245. That's my fucking product.
Yep.
And now it's just like that product, I'm employee fucking 500 working on job number fucking 3000 with fucking all these other fucking data points.
I get that.
Right? And then it's just and so I'm an idiot for caring as much. I need to. Like that's part of the team. That's why we're on the standard, and that's why I don't realize how good it actually does look in this world to somebody maybe.
Yeah, but exactly.
No. I'm not. I'm trying to show you from the perspective of a kid coming up and going like, yeah, you should be a welder too. Oh man, an opportunity. You could just fucking be in your own world. Fucking, it has nothing to do with the rules of listening to something. But you could get lost into a podcast and you could fucking create this fucking this truck. And we just need it done right. You can do it any way you want. It's not IKEA. You don't have to fucking put this hole in that hole and fucking make it. You use your skill you learned at school and experience, and you make as basically a mini house.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You work on this for however many hours. And now it's just like, okay, but we can't get our turnaround time. We can't do this and that. And so the brave new world has taken that individual freedom out from it. Now, you know what? Like I said, they want to fucking put us in like you know what I mean? Like have us monitor our movement. Like by the time I'm out in 5 years, like the surveillance state, like I can't believe that they don't have as like GPS monitors on us.
But they're not going to do that.
How dare you, Brian?
They're not going to do that.
How dare you?
You can't do that.
How dare you?
You can't.
They will. If they do it in other corporations now, they can justify it for any. You said they already have a board. They speak to the board more than they do you and me.
For sure,
right?
100%.
And so that's fine. And it was never that. I could, even if I was lying to myself, I could look at fucking John Dick coming to the shop and go, "We have a mutual agreement. He gets the bigger house. He gets all the fucking money. He's doing all the risk, and I can be counted on."
For sure, but I think what you're forgetting is there's already corporate businesses, weld shops that we're modeling after, and they're not doing any of the crazy stuff. Like when I was at Skyjack, that is as corporate in Canada as you get. Linamar is a massive company, and they own Skyjack, and it wasn't like that. Their weld shop was massive. They have two big buildings. They weren't monitoring you like that. Now, could you go walk out and go talk to Jay down the 6 cells over? Yeah, for 3 minutes, but you better get back. He's not doing a half-hour shit that we do, half-hour 3 times a day. But the corporate thing already exists, and it's not as dire as that.
I can be very. I hear you what you're saying. Like I know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's happening tomorrow.
No, but
I'm not even saying.
I'm
not even equating cameras.
Yeah.
That are showing like it's already there. Like we're already still monitored in a way that we weren't before. We used to revel when you were actually a worker. One of the better parts of we were old school.
Yeah.
We can don't have to worry about saying the word. We don't have to worry about hurting people's feelings. We already know that's already gone. And that's fine. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I don't want to but we're already kind of baby everybody to a standard level.
Yeah.
No, we can't,
Right.
I mean, we gotta toe a fucking little bit of a line. And then it's only gotten more structured since. And with the structure like I said, it removes the fucking freedom. Like I don't have to worry about somebody saying to me, how come you're talking to Brian so much? Because I'm in a position where nobody's actually probably going to do that. And also, I'm also smart enough to have you come to me. So if somebody wants to check what's going on, just like, what, you want, like, tell him to stop coming to me. Or fucking, like, I didn't do anything wrong other than fucking talk to a supervisor that fucking wanted to talk to me. Like, it's built in that this can't be fucking happening. But the way that fucking the people are, like, trying to exploit every last advantage that our company has, that means, like, how... Like, they already know, like, they probably know just by camera watch alone, like, if they walk by certain areas and say, why isn't this person at their station when I walk by? And it might just be bad timing, but if fucking they walk by a person and they go, fucking, they'll check the camera to see how long does this person spend in the bathroom. If they have a fucking thought of how long somebody fucking spends in the bathroom or whatever, I guarantee you they've monitored some people's time in the bathroom.
They have had that.
Okay,
thought.
when it's warranted, they do this already.
Yeah.
And so that the next step is, well, let's just do everybody. If they got nothing to hide, then why not check their emails?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like it's not going to go. It's never going to go back to, hey man, build this truck. Like nobody else is going to go to my bay. Like Johnny and I are the last people building things the way we want, and Ron are building the things the last way we want to do. Not really, because your guys are good enough now. Nobody's over their shoulder.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like they have to only if something's wrong, they have to have a reason why it was done. But if they're trusted to do the job in a way they want to do it. But if they can fucking tell them if they were smart enough to know what steps to fucking tell them to how to do it, they would, and they're gonna get there.
Yeah,
they're gonna get there.
They're going that way.
And then once they make their IA videos, and it's all smart, like it's all good business. Like fucking, of course the instructions suck. Of course, you know what I mean. But they don't want to they don't want to make a better instructions for us. They want to make better instructions to get the fucking bottom line done, which is fine. I'm not like, but you and I are taken out of this equation now. Or me, I'm taken out of this equation now. And so I'm so much happier that if I think I really have to deal with this for 5 years, if I'm lucky, then worrying about it is a fool's errand. Because now I'm just like, oh, well, that's going to suck for the next Jay coming in here. Right? Like fucking Logan is like, whatever. I don't know much about him.
That's the thing. There are no more Jays. There are no more
they're
Rons.
not helping them happen.
There are no more Johnnies. There's just Logans and Caleb's and Love Deeps. These guys are coming in. They already don't care. The caring for your job is not there anymore. The coming in, doing my job, clocking out and going home is what it is now. Getting my raise and coming every day is what it is now. They don't care if the company lays me off, I'll go get another job. There's no more of the guys like you and the semi-me's.
How much of that do you think is informed by what that generation saw happen to the people that worked hard in front of them? How many people have dealt with what I'm dealing with my dad and realized this motherfucker worked all he did is work and they're still taking his money?
I think it's more so the societal change, the social media change, the we can be influencers change is what changed all that. I don't have to go to school. I don't have to work hard. I don't have to burn myself being a welder. I can just make YouTube videos and that's what I can do. I can just make videos on all the young people's attention has gone to
media.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then everybody else who just falls into the wayside that just can't understand media or can't understand the social digital age that we're in end up being a welder or a plumber or electrician. Like I'm talking future. I'm not talking about us. Because a lot of us chose this. They're just falling into it now. Logan definitely probably didn't want to do this. That tall guy, Matt, who loves working on cars and he's runs wires in cars and does his stuff in his cars, did not want to do it. He just fell into this, right? Our guys are gone.
I think so. How much of that is because they don't see the opportunity? Like I grew up in a world where fucking if you don't have representation on TV, you can't understand that fucking like a black guy can host a fucking TV show or fucking sing and dance just as good as anybody. You know, whatever it is, right? If it's not shown to you, you don't fucking know. So these kids just saw all the jobs go.
Yeah.
These kids just saw them being exploited and fucking told that fucking, you know what I mean? Like whatever. I have no idea what turns a kid into what they see now, but it has to be what they turns them into what they are now. But it has to be what they grew up watching, and they hardly saw any manufacturing jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it wasn't a thing anymore. Like even in my day, I'm fucking 55 years old. They told us not to be a welder. The robots were taking the welding job.
Yeah, right.
They didn't understand. It's all fear. It's still fear mongering.
Yeah.
And so they were wrong that they failed us then now. And now I can look at it and as an outsider, they're failing the kids again. But why, like, nobody the teachers don't understand what's fucking going on. They still don't, so they don't know what to teach the fucking kids.
Yep.
So you have to show them fucking what is out there. And yeah, like I'm stuck in manufacturing because that's what I fucking do. But just another example of a great kid who grew up is Rick's son, Zach. And he's a fucking master carpenter now. Mm-hmm. And he was such a lost fucking kid. He could have been in trouble. His fucking real dad, his fucking biological dad is a fuck up. Mm-hmm. He could have just been a big fat fucking drug addict, fucking loser. Just like that guy. I don't know this guy, but that's how he could have gone. That's what his dad was. And this kid's got so much energy, hated school. Yeah. Fucking not a fucking student, I would fucking imagine. But then he got good at Rick was a good hockey player, whatever, got him into hockey and he got into rep hockey. And I think he got into a little bit more circles and he started getting more confident in himself. Mm-hmm. Started fucking working out for hockey and became a fucking jacked fucking kid. And fucking and then he got into fucking just hard worker. And so he learned how to work hard as an athlete or whatever and probably fell into fucking in construction. And then he grabbed it by the ball. He got good at something. Now he runs crews, building custom homes. Yep. Like, it was all about opportunity, right? It's all the fucking bad parenting that fucking goes on out there. And asking the government to be our parents is going to turn them kids into fucking losers that want to just be on social media or whatever. But also, it's a legit job. Yeah. Like, it's not a fucking, it's also a legit job, right? So you have to, when the manufacturing goes, so these kids never saw the opportunity. Like, I read a tweet or whatever, so I was talking about some Gen Z kid and it was probably all fake, but in a fucking new job setting. And so they were all getting downloaded or onboarded. And so the person said something about, okay, so this is going on, and then every now and then fucking we have to stay late or whatever. And everybody was quiet, and then the Gen Z person goes, so do we get paid for that? Not in a aggressive way, not just a question. Is that something extra? And the rest of them were just like, don't fucking upset the apple cart. And they're just curious. My time is where they've learned that their time might be worth more than some people might think it is. So by just asking the question now, is that insolent or is that smart?
It's ignorant.
It's ignorant to ask? Why?
Because you get paid.
No, but some people don't. Some people are on a salary that just gets continued on. Like, whatever the question was, it was a legit question.
True.
And then, so whatever it was, every time they would just like ask, so is this something that is the future with whatever? And you do this and there'll be future opportunities for you. And you do, so when we go future opportunities, does that come with raises? And does that come with this and that? And like the person giving the tweet is just like, looking at it, insolent. But is it? It's not like they grew up then the way that they explained it, if you don't look at it as an insolent, you just look at it as like they saw us getting taken advantage of. They saw us just blindly dedicating ourselves to these companies who didn't give a fuck about us.
Yeah, but they also saw a lot of us prosper.
Yeah.
So I never, for example, heard like, how am I gonna put this? Okay, so Booby, for example, he says when he's in India and they talk about welders and they're just like, oh, welders, that's trash, that's garbage. Like, why would you be a welder? You're not gonna make any money. You're not gonna do any of this. And so when he comes here, he's making money. And so they don't realize that it's a prosperous thing. So yeah, obviously it's this opportunity of working hard and what was he saying? Is that gonna come with raises and stuff like that? That's obvious if you don't see those jobs, then you're just not gonna. But asking the question, you're just gonna look at it as its thing. You shouldn't ask the question unless you're. Well, I guess you're right. You said they're growing up in a generation where they don't really see it. They don't. That's what I'm saying. They don't. They've been like downloaded information where again, it's not. It's all propaganda in a way like that. We've been complaining, not you, you're the fucking outlier. We've been complaining about our wages being dropped. And we've been complaining about we've been all overworked. Your mom was overworked. Like, you know what I mean? Like people you saw working, we've been overworked. They work till they're 65 or whatever. And then they have a few years off of retirement. And then they die leaving the government money. And then, so they're growing up in a world that doesn't, rightfully so, it doesn't have to be like that. Like I don't have like working at the town mill isn't as long gone, right? But you and I kind of knew about that. Yeah. So just ask. You're right to be confused when you're a young fucking person. Instead of just being so grateful,
you get taken advantage of if you show like, oh, I'm just so grateful. If you're going after a fucking girl and you're just like show you're so interested so much, like obviously you would not, you play it cool and everything. You'd be like fucking, you got to play a little hard to get. Right, and when it comes to employment, we wouldn't dare playing hard to get because the competition is out there.
Yeah,
and so we were scared, and we would miss out on information. These kids know they just want the information. Is asking for the information a bad thing to do? And instantly, we both thought, "How dare you ask for that information?"
Yeah,
and I don't want to think about that anymore.
But it's more so, how dare you ask for the information because it should be obvious.
That's fine, but that's not what we would. But things are not what they seem anymore. Like, I just want to make sure. You're going to say this is obvious, and now here, sign this fucking 10-page document. Then I don't read the fine print. Like, that's the world we grew up in. Is a fucking, like, we just sign these agreements.
Sign it and get to work.
Yeah, and that's what, but just questioning it isn't wrong. You would want your kids to question something if somebody.
I agree.
Right? And so that's all. I'm just saying that's the world we brought up.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's consequences like that. And so, but our automatic thing is to think these fucking lazy kids. That's not laziness. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, they're not lazy. Like, you watch some of these video kids or whatever, right? I'm sure they put so much production into these videos.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, it's a waste of time. We want them to build a fucking a bridge or a boat or something. But, so whatever, like I said, it's like legit. So I don't even know how we fucking got here for that. But I think, like I said, I'm not going to be scared of fucking China anymore. I'm not going to be scared of corporate aid. They would love to fucking help. Like, I don't know. You're right. If that, it all goes, I don't know how we got away from the fucking, the U.S. trade thing and all that kind of stuff. No, I get it. But I was just so invested in that. I don't know. All I know is that no matter what happens, right? Like, that's what I'm saying. Oh, this is what I'm saying. By the work turned into China, like, my individualism is gone in this career job. I can still get more out of it, but they're going to be still monitoring on how I do what I do. And like I said, it's not gonna be as fun as it was. And maybe there's no place for fun. But you want to enjoy what you do.
You can find fun elsewhere.
You want to enjoy what you do. Yeah,
you can find fun talking to me.
I'm out. Yeah, but let's see. That's great. What if I fucking just like whatever? Like, this obviously. Well, if we keep missing episodes, then it's just it'll get stagnant. I want people that stick in on it. But we're not just coming up with the most controversial thing to say and putting it on a clip and putting it on TikTok.
Yeah.
But that's what we should be doing. If I didn't have the job, then I could fucking maybe get into editing or do something.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's something we enjoy just talking so much that we're grateful for anybody fucking listening.
Yeah.
Right? And we got the end of, like, this is a little bit fucking, so whatever. So podcasting is a thing. Whatever. Yeah. Podcasts are on Netflix now. Podcasts are getting Golden Globe Awards now, right? Like, it's so changed. I liked them for what I liked them before, but now I can't listen to them at work. What I used to, so you know what I mean? Like, when would I even get? So podcasts are actually now further away from me than they were before.
Yeah.
Right. But it's now a thing that I fucking like. I want to get it set up so I can do them remotely with you when I don't want to come over and see your sick little fucking germ factories.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or the snow's too high and I don't want to fucking use the fucking snowblower to fucking get it out and come and see you. Or fucking I move and we fucking want to continue this and we can't.
We're not talking about that.
Or I want to do one with Ricky. Or I want my wife to do one with her cousin for fucking football. So there's also there's a fucking vision of me being some kind of fucking podcast guru and having fucking like just limited people listening to each one of them, and that's fucking fine. I'm just grateful for fucking anybody listening. When you show I barely ask, and when I asked for the when we were talking about like the thing, I was like fucking like I'm always pleasantly surprised, and it was just like one thing. So this is. And I knew like Gunnar and his girlfriend at least would be listening, Sabrina, and so shout out. And so it's like a thing that I like pretending nobody's listening because I don't have to worry about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's the way I'm just talking to you and we're doing. And so, but you have to kind of think people are listening. And I obviously talk like I know my wife is listening. Like I don't, and I had to couch myself for trying, the only thing I can couch myself on saying is something that I say she said. Like I don't want to put any of her thoughts out into the world because I'm misconstruing them and I can fucking get us fucking in trouble. And so I don't tell anybody about the show. I hardly ever tell anybody, like people that I know, I don't know, like this fact that Gunnar and Serena, that's Tammy's fault that they're listening to the show, not mine. And so whatever, right? Like I want my snowblower fixed, so I'm never going to say anything bad about them. No. So they're great kids. They're great kids. And so, but how do you know I'm just saying that? Because I know they're listening. And so I remember when my mom was sick, And it was the downfall of my health. Like, again, you want to get into fucking sobriety and health. Like, I was at my best. I was fucking 95 fucking kilos, fucking living large. She gets sick, and then my world gets fucked. Like, her mom died a year before that. She's been a caregiver for fucking 5 years before that. So life was hell. Life got really hell. 2 months go by, fucking dealing with that. My mom gets sick, and then we're right back into it again. And she was in the hospital for months and months. And this is when me and my dad got closer because I'd have to pick him up. He had mobile problems too. And I realized it didn't matter about the mobile. I got a little upset sometimes that he lived right by the hospital and I would have to work all day, drive and pick him up and go and get him. But he came here after losing his first wife. Like, all he cared about was loving my mom. And he could never have done that shit alone. And so we bonded a little bit. Like, he's Dutch. They're so fucking they're so emotionally vacant sometimes. Yeah. Right? Sorry, now you probably got Dutch people listening now, but they're so like fucking like they're hard to gauge sometimes in how they're feeling, and they don't really come across lovey-dovey all the time. And so I think I realized again in hindsight, I didn't ask enough questions about him. He would have answered every question. I don't think I heard him repeat a story over 25 years.
Seriously?
I repeat stories every 2 weeks. He didn't repeat one fucking story to me, I don't think. And so we were doing this, like visiting my mom all this tough time and whatever, doing. And I remember we were doing our pods on Wednesday, I guess, then too. Yeah, we were doing our pods Wednesday at that time. Yeah. You weren't on nights yet, I guess, or whatever. And so so I'd have to see her every day. She was a very fucking demanding patient. Like, I'm not talking shit about the dead or my mom or whatever, but boy, oh boy, a lot of her worst attributes came, she needed to be taken care of. And you can't like deny it. I wanted to do that, and I'm grateful. I miss thinking more about how grateful I was to be there to do that, because I have zero regrets on how it handled. And so there was a lot to do for her almost every day. And so I remember the first Wednesday came up, and I lied to her and said, yeah, no, I can't come. I won't be here today, and whatever. I think the second, so I could do the pod, probably fucking vomited out my feelings that week, right? And then so come back like the following Wednesday or like the following Tuesday, and I'm saying to her, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to be able to make it again. Like, I'm not making it tomorrow. We'll have to see you on Thursday. And then she looks and she goes, why? Like, again, and I like, why am I going to lie to my dying mom? Yeah. Right? This is what I thought to myself. Like, I'm holding on to too much. I'm protecting whatever. I don't want to get hurt, or I don't know what it is. It's hard to put into words what I'm feeling. But I just thought, this is not the time and place. Like, whatever. Like, I'm proud. I'm happy to do the show. So I told her, I would do this radio show and whatever. And I've talked about this before. So I told her, and she's like, how can I get it? And so she figured out how to get it. And then she got it. And then I remember she's way old school. She's like, I want to phone in. She started listening and whatever her critiques on whatever I was saying, and it wasn't like complaining on her, whatever it was, but setting the record straight. She would tell me how she thought about the show each time. And it was fun. It was mostly funny, and it was good. And to be honest with you, it was an opportunity that I realized, like, what an idiot I was to not like share. Like, imagine if I was still lying. Yeah. I'd have the guilt of not lying or of lying, and I wouldn't have this opportunity to share my true thoughts. Because now in this opportunity, she knows me more of a bit of a guarded person. Yeah. Even though she's my mom, there's a lot of fucking trauma and all this shit that with my family comes a lot of guardedness, right? Like, I need to protect myself. Too much in a way, I realized. But my mom was a big part of that. My mom really protected her time. And that's why I'm even more grateful for my dad, because it's exactly what she needed. And I'd not be the same person if I never saw this from him. Mm-hmm. So I'm grateful that I opened up and let her hear some open thoughts about whatever the day was. That's my favorite part about talking to you. And so it was what it was. And like, it went on for a couple of weeks. And then when she passed, it was like all kinds of horror shit, right? And so after she passed, like a month or so, or whatever time leading after she passed like actually right around now, like in January, like I think, it could be today or yesterday, to be honest with you. Like 5 years ago, but or 4 years ago, but whatever. We ended up having to take care of her storage. Like, they moved when she was sick. They had to move from their house to the retirement home. Yeah. And so half of their shit had to go in storage, half went to the retirement home, half got donated, whatever. So then we had to deal with this storage room, because now my dad just has his apartment, and the storage unit is basically most of my mom's shit. Mm-hmm. Some of their shared stuff, but both with my mom. So he doesn't want to pay for the storage unit. We don't need this stuff. So we had to spend weeks emptying out the storage unit. Yep. And that takes some to the dump, some to the fucking storage unit. And so we would go to Mississauga, we would meet him there, and he would watch us do this. And like again, when they pass, these are days you could categorize as worst days of your life, right? I'm not. It's hard to put them in stats, but every day going there to go through your dead mom's stuff, like it's just prolonging what the like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how we could have done it sooner, but each day was a kick in the fucking balls each time, and so we would get rid of stuff, and so we did this for a while, and then one time I even said on the pod, like we left one time, and it's like, okay, or I think we finished it, and we were feeling a little bit wrongly taken advantage of. We were like, fucking, of course we're going to do this. But like, I don't even know if he said thanks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know, like, whatever. I don't fucking like this. And I said this on the show. And so, so I came on the show 1 week after that, or whatever. I don't know if we were done, but we might have been. So after a couple weeks of doing it for sure, I came on the show and go, fuck, goddamn. And we did this, and so Tammy was, this is almost quote for quote what I said. I go, yeah, we're doing this. And Tammy was so fucking pissed. I mean, we didn't even get a thanks. We don't know if he's really appreciating like what we're doing, like this and that and the other. And it was just like a kind of an off comment, just not venting for venting, or just venting for venting's sake, which what you people hear all the time. And so, so it went on when it was. And so he had a cat. He had my mom's cat, or their cat, that he still had, which passed a little bit a while ago, but anyway. And so Tammy's a vet tech, and so he would take the cat, or she would go over there to get the cat and do something with the cat every now and then. Or once in a blue moon, he would go to her clinic to pick up cat food or whatever it was. So like a week or so after the show came out, that I did, on hindsight, he goes into the clinic and gets the food and says to her, goes, oh, by the way, I was always going to thank you guys for, I don't even know, he might have even said, I was listening to the podcast and I was always going to thank you guys for doing that. And Tammy was fucking so embarrassed, like felt horrible.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't really, we didn't feel ungrateful. We didn't feel, it was just, you know what I mean? Like venting.
Yeah, you don't know how people are going to take it.
But that's not, I would never want to say that to his face.
Yeah.
Because it's all grief for all of us.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's all trauma and all that bullshit. And I was just feeling sorry for myself, whatever it was. But I said it in her name. I didn't say I fucking felt grateful. I go, Tammy's fucking feeling really shitty about this and whatever. And so he said to her when he picked up food, like the next week, it was only like tops 2 weeks later, right? So, and he's like, yeah, I heard on the show. It's like, God damn. And so two things. So he continued listening to the show after my mom passed.
Yeah, I was about to ask. He was listening to it?
So he continued to listen to the show. That made me feel good because that's like we wanted to get a little more insight on me. I wish he did a podcast so I know a little bit more about him.
Right? Should have had him on.
I might have. And use your opportunities. And realized she gave me shit for speaking her thoughts.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so. So now that's the only thing I check myself on.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's funny. Like you can't care who's listening. You don't want people but you don't want to misspeak for other people's names.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Say, yeah, me and Selena were talking about this and the other. No, it's just like I was talking about this, and I was, you know what I mean? Like I can apologize for what I say. I don't want to have to apologize for something but everybody else says. So we saw that. So that was hilarious.
Well, that makes me feel good. I didn't know he was listening. I remember this story, but I didn't know he was like listening.
Continuously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was something there that this old man wanted to fucking hear us talk about, which made me feel good.
Yeah, because like you were talking about, you always ask, you once in a while ask for the numbers. It's probably twice you've asked about the stats.
Yeah.
And when I look at it, I always try to count because quickly our stats are separated. So it's all the Spotify stats and then all the other stuff like the YouTube stats and whatever, it's all separated. So whenever I go on and I look at the numbers and I just try to count like how many people are watching, like this person, I know this. So that accounts for 4, like, you know, but then there's always outliers. There's always numbers where you're just like, who is this or who could this possibly be? You know what I mean?
I mean, I like the person that's the bot that's been listening to us from Australia since fucking day one.
Honestly,
like, thank God, you know what I mean?
Like who? Like
it's just, but
do
like,
you exist?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna my skepticism says no, but I'm gonna dive in and just pretend yes, because that's how some of my favorite podcasts, you just randomly fucking get them on or whatever, right? Yeah. So this again, part of the. So last Friday when we couldn't be here again was because that was when we emptied his apartment for good. And it's only now I can talk about it without just bawling my eyes out, but like knock on wood, I'll probably do it anyway. It was one of the worst days of my life, like because again in the categories at the time number one, but it's hard because when my mom passed and when my dad passed, first when her mom passed, we're still living in the house.
Yeah, her
dad's still there. You know what I mean? Like the connection isn't separated.
Yeah,
it's a massive, massive loss that. Like I will go on off and you 100% know. So we didn't have to deal with it fully, right? We could fucking hide. We could slow drip it in. My dad passed. Oh, so when my mom passed, again, I told you it was like a slow drip. He's still there. So we slowly got rid of her stuff, you know what I mean? Whatever. But so her presence was still kind of felt a little bit. My dad passed in England, and we had already been kind of separated he lost his mind as well. Like he had Alzheimer's, and we were physically separated. Other than the loss of losing your father, it wasn't the same.
Yep.
It wasn't this. I am who I am because of him. I love him and all that shit. But it just didn't resonate as much. You know what I mean? Like it was easier. Maybe because the first two, but it was a bad day. Like getting that phone call, and ironically, it was the second time because he was wrongly been dead. Like that was a horrible fucking side. I got a phone call saying my dad was dead in some Africa, like in the Canary Islands, and he actually wasn't. So he died twice. That was great. And I got to call my sister about that one. God damn. And so I already dealt with it. Maybe that was why, because he already died. He already died once. And then with him dying, there's nowhere for my grief to go. Mm-hmm. Right? Like I can't go to his apartment and see him put up some of my mom's little tchotchkes or her urn being there or whatever. Like now I have a mausoleum in my living room, right? Like because of the fucking collection. And so it was just even though everything was always finale, there was more of a finality to it. And then it's just like watching Sam Malone leave Cheers for the last time, or like an end of a fucking show you've just loved watching. It's Will Smith in the fucking before he went crazy in the fucking house looking around. Like I felt like that, and it wasn't for positivity. You know, Will Smith was moving on, and you know what I mean. Like the thing, like whatever it is, I don't know. Maybe Uncle Phil died. I don't know, but something. But the house was empty anyhow, and I felt empty. But. To get to that, to go to the numbers, and this is why I'm grateful, and I'm glad we talked about this shit instead of the rich keeping getting richer, is that while we were going through his things, like we couldn't get into his phone. We got into his email, but getting into his iPhone is very hard. Yeah. So we charged it. We can still make another. We're trying to see if we can put his SIM card into one of my old phones and then open it that way. But I don't know if that, I think the code would probably turn to his old code.
Yeah, it won't work.
That's probably too easy, right?
Yeah.
So in the time that we were moving him around and we had his phone, you know, you get the little fucking thumbnail prompt. You know what I mean? Like you got a message or an email and it comes to fucking thing. We were watching this. Oh, from ball here. We were just bullshitting around to his phone, and so every now and then I picked up his phone to say I picked up his phone. Saw some fucking notifications, and one of the notifications that time was Amazon saying catch up on your podcasts.
Oh, was it us?
He doesn't listen to any. So I saw he listened on Amazon, which was none of the numbers we even didn't think of people listening on Amazon. So that's how my mom got it, and that's how he continued to fucking watch it or listen to it. And so I'm going, and then so it just was another little whatever. It's like it's both a positive feeling and a kick in the balls. Just like he's not gonna we lost a listener. It's not for the numbers. I just knew that in the God damn, how are we gonna get these numbers up, man? Like, my fucking listeners are fucking dying. That's why I got these youngsters going. Brenton, you better fucking take care of yourself, motherfucker. Ricky, you stop smoking, all right? You people up there, you fucking listening? You like that one?
I like that.
Yeah. So don't you people think that we don't fucking are grateful for everything that you do, man. And sorry about missing last week. Like there's a whole bunch more bullshit that I'll try to drip in.
Yeah, Brenton messaged me. I told you, messaged me on Monday. Like, what? There's no podcast.
Oh, sorry, like, Brenton. I'm fucking so sorry, man. I'm fucking so. I know you're the hardest working guy out there. So like I said, it's not for that, but that was like like I said, it was a meet cute or whatever you want. It's like I saw that and it brought these flood of memories to me, and then my stupid brain went to like, oh, we never count the Amazon numbers.
I got to do some work today.
Like in this brave new world that I only have to be 5 more years into, hopefully, then I could turn my attention into just being a fucking mediocre fucking podcast host. Yeah. Right? Like I'll have this one as a fucking base, but like I said, I got ideas for people out there.
Yeah, man.
And whatever. Let's lean into that. So I appreciate that the kids think that they can be media stars, because that means I think I could be a media star.
You can do it.
But yeah, that's I guess that's what's been going on this week. You got anything more to say?
I got nothing.
No, you're gonna be sober. You're gonna be good for the rest of the week.
I'll be sober. I'll be good. We'll see. Yeah.
What are you planning on here? Do you think you can go to the summer?
I think I can go to the summer.
Yeah,
that's my goal. Try and get to the summer. I'm not gonna. I think I can do it. I'm not gonna even downplay myself.
I like you. I like having you as a what's the word? Example to, you know what I mean? Like, see how it's possible and whatever. Like, it's not impossible. But I'm not even trying to fudge around like fucking hard day. Like, we're doing a lot of personal bullshit like this thing here, and it's kind of really hard to get ourselves into a state of mind to deny ourselves things. But so I'm trying to be good during the week. So 2 weeks now, I haven't smoked joints during the week.
Nice.
I haven't snacked during the week. I haven't had any beer like during the week. But I'm not exercising, and I'm not being my best self when I am eating like other like things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to slow drip it in there.
Yeah.
The not smoking joints is harder than I would like you to tell you it is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm vaporizing. I'm still putting weed in there, but when it comes to like yesterday, like, so now I'm using Thursday as my weekend. So I'm not at my best, and I'm seeing the future when I can be a little bit there, but it sucks, you know, kind of saying that and not, you know what I mean? Like, until I actually do it. So, but I haven't made that hard in, you know, like I haven't done like what you do. So more power to you. And like I said, I'm on a training wheels program.
You'll get there.
I'm going to see if I can do this, like I said, the smoking thing. So, but then once I have a drink and smoke a joint, like, it's just like the next thing I want to do is have another drink and smoke another joint.
Yeah.
And like, that slippery slope is real, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, unfortunately for you people, I got a lot more things on my list that we'll have to carry over to next week, I think.
Yeah, we will be back next week, right? Barring any sort
should
of.
be. Yeah, if it is, it's totally just fucking emergency bullshit dealing with this stuff. But we should be back next week, people.
Absolutely. And I want to thank everyone for listening to the Work Related Podcast.
You know, we're work related on Twitter. That fucking set. God, we'll get onto that too. But yeah, please stay off there because we're not even on there. So fuck that place. But that's where we are. Take it out, people.